So here we have a non-homogeneous differential equation because RHS part is not 0. So it is non-homogeneous. So that your GS depends on what? CF and PI, right? So we have to find both because it is non-homogeneous. Okay, so let us find CF. How to find CF? To find CF, we have to write what? Auxiliary equation. How to get auxiliary equation? Replace D by M.
M.
Yeah, M cube minus 5M square plus 8M minus 4. Write exactly same. Don't write a Y and equate it to 0. This is the auxiliary equation. Now you can take in the calculator. Just take in the calculator and find out the roots. Take the values in the calculator and find out the roots fast. Do you know how to take it? Choose ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Take ABCD as 1, minus 5, 8 and minus 4. Tell me the answers. Tell me the answers. What are the roots? No, not getting. What are the 1, 1, 2? 1, 2? Okay, cubic means I want 3 roots. No, you are telling me only 2.
1, 1, 2.
Just see 1 second. If one of the root is repeated, no, in your calculator, you can see some triangle marking upwards. Just check for 1 and 2, which is giving you like upward pointing.
2, ma'am.
2.
2, ma'am.
And actually after pressing that, one more thing, what you are getting is the value of A only, what you have fed here. That is A is 1, no? That is only repeating. Just see there. Am I right? So you are saying 1 to 1. It will be wrong. You will they'll cut 2 marks for that. Okay, so how to write? And one more thing, which is the second one, no, that will be repeating. That is one more indication. What I said, if any value is given with some arrow mark pointing upwards, just see for 1, is it upwards or downwards? Same triangle. Observe in the calculator. For this root as 1, no, what you are appearing is the triangle upwards or downwards?
Downwards.
Downwards.
Downward.
Yeah, so it is a confirmation. If it is upwards, it is that same root is 2 times. And one more indication, usually which is repeating twice now, will come in the second place. That is, suppose now here, suppose 1, 1, 2 was the root, you would have got 2 and 1. Means this is repeating twice. This is one more indication. I can't tell more than this now. Okay, so yeah, 1, 2, 2. Now see, this answer you are aware of, but show it by synthetic division so that examiner don't know who is going to evaluate, shouldn't cut your marks. Okay, so 1, you can take 1. So this is 1 into 1 is 1. How much is minus 5 plus 1? You people should answer, otherwise minus 4 into 1. 8 minus 4.
Minus
4.
Yeah, 4 ones are 4. So it is 0. I will get now m square minus 4m plus 4 equal to 0, which is obviously m minus 2 equal to, sorry, m minus 2 the whole square equal to 0, which is m equal to 2 and 2. See, this is a confirmation right by the side. So that you shouldn't get wrong answers. Tell me CF now. CF. Roots are 1, 2, 2. They are all real. One is distinct, Other two are equal. Tell me now, what is here?
C1 e raised to x
Plus
plus C2 plus C3x
C2 plus C3x into e raised to.
2x.
2x.
Okay, now let us find pi. Do you remember the procedure for pi? Or let me just, okay, I'll just will recall it because I think we have taken it on Friday. So pi, if suppose you have pi is always of the form 1 upon f of d into phi of x. Suppose your phi of x is of exponential format, you have to see the coefficient of x. Coefficient of x is what? A here. So you have to replace d by a, isn't it? So here this is 1 upon f of a e raised to ax plus b, provided f of a is 0 or not 0? Not 0.
Not 0.
Yeah. So first you should replace your d by a, all the d's by a. If it is not becoming 0, replace it. That is a pi, final answer. Suppose if f of a is 0, what has to be done then? Multiply numerator by
X.
x and
Differentiate the denominator.
yeah, differentiate the denominator with respect to d. Okay. Now after doing this, again we have to think of replacing d by again a. Correct? Again, we have to replace it so that it is f dash of a if it is 0 or not 0. Yeah, do the replacement if it is not 0. Otherwise, again continue the process. Let us apply the same concept. Okay, so this is 1 upon f of d. What is my function? D cube minus pi d square. Tell me what are
Plus
the terms?
8d.
Plus
Plus
8d
8d
minus 4.
minus 4.
Yeah. Now your RHS part is having two terms, right? So e raised to 2x plus 2 into e raised to x. So according to the procedure here, if you take this, if you apply this exponential first term, you should replace d by what quantity? D
2.
by what? 2. Here, if you take the second term, d should be replaced by, what is the coefficient of x in the second term?
1.
1. So can you replace both the things at once here? At once, can you do it? Think. No. So that means here you have to write it as if it is sum of 2, 3 terms, now you should separate those many terms. Are you getting it? Why I'm separating? I cannot replace both the things at once. So it should be separated and then we have to apply it. Okay? Yeah, let us do it. So first function is e raised to 2x. So in between plus, so I have to write it as a plus. If minus, I have to write it as minus. Yeah, this is 2 into e raised to x. So 2, I'll write it here, e raised to x. Okay, now here I'll do one technique. I'll apply one technique. I'll explain at the end. See here, what is the coefficient of x? What is the coefficient of x? 2.
1.
Now, surely I'll not take calculator and check, but I will tell you 100% it is going to be 0 if you replace it d by 2, that to be not once, twice. Twice. You can confirm it. Just see in the calculator, put d as 2. Tell me, is it 0 or no? Tell me, is it 0 or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. See, I have not taken calculator. Actually, for online, I can't now tell you in that way. But the thing is, okay. So if it is becoming 0 now, what has to be done? Multiply by x and differentiate. What is the derivative of d cube
3d square.
3d square
3d square.
and derivative of 5d square?
10d.
minus
10d.
10d.
Derivative of 8d?
8.
8.
Derivative of 4?
0.
0.
0. Again, no, I'll not check with calculator. 100% it is going to be 0. Just check. Replace d by 2, it becomes 0. Yes, confirmed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So if it is 0, what has to be done again? Don't replace, correct? Multiply by 1 more x.
Yeah.
Differentiate the denominator. 3 2s are derivative of 3d square. 6d minus 10 plus 0. Am I right? Now 100% it will not become 0. Replace it. Just check. Is it 0? No, no.
No, no.
No, what you'll get? X square 1 upon 6 2s are 12. 12 minus 10 is how much? 12 minus 10 na?
2.
2.
2, ma'am.
You people should answer, right? I know it is very difficult to unmute, speak and all that, but if you don't reply, it is problem. Okay. So this is done for this one term. Let me just explain for the second term. So second term, just see the coefficient of x is what? Coefficient of x is
1.
1. So surely 100% once you have to go for a differentiation. Means once it becomes 0. Just check. Replace d by 1. Tell me, is it 0 or no?
No, ma'am.
0. It will become 0.
Yes, ma'am.
It becomes 0. You have done a wrong calculation. Just see. Now, if it is 0 means what we have to do? Multiply by x and differentiate. Is it not? This is the procedure. So what is the derivative? Already we have written. Yeah, write it the same. Because what we differentiated both are same quantities, isn't it? Plus 8. 10d plus 8. Now it will not become 0. Just check. Replace your d by 1. It will not become 0. 2x 1 upon d, replace it by 1. So this is 3 into 1 square
1,
minus
ma'am.
10 into 1. Yeah, it is not 0, correct? So what is the answer for this? 2x e raised to x divided by 1. Together only this is the pi. Some students know they take this first term as pi1, pi2 and they do it separately and all. Don't do all that. You know the procedure, no? Apply correctly. That much is enough. Okay. Now can you guess, can anybody guess on what basis I said like it is not going to become 0 for this term twice and for this once? Anything you can observe here?
Coefficient of x.
Of x.
Very good. Matches with? Matches with what?
And how many times we should
Differentiations.
differentiate that?
No, no. Coefficient of x matches with something here that has told me that it is going, that is a technique that can imply that it is going to be 0. Just see the coefficient of x in the first term is 2, isn't it? Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now here 2 is a root of the equation. Am I right? Now how many times 2 is a root?
2 times.
2 times. So obviously 100% it will become 0 because how you have written the auxiliary equation, isn't it the same thing? What you have taken it. So if it is root means obviously it has to satisfy. This is same thing, only auxiliary equation you are writing in terms of m or it is d. One more thing. Here for the second term the coefficient of x was 1. Is 1 a root? How many times?
1 time.
1 time. So once you have to go for a differentiation. So if you see the roots of the equation in case of exponential, only in case of exponential you can predict that. If the point is clear, okay. Not clear also, okay. Not to worry. Yeah, after this, we have to just write the last part. What is that? This will give you 1 mark. So you should write it. Substitute and write down. So in place of GS, what I should write? It should be Y. Then CF and PI, what you have got, you should substitute. Okay, don't write only this part and leave it. They'll cut your marks, nothing. Right now, the next example, It is d cube minus d square plus 4d minus 4 into y equal to sine hyperbolic 2x plus 3. Take this example. Yeah, first part you are aware how to do it. Yeah, in the calculator just find the roots and tell me. You should be fast enough. Choose the equation ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Again, put ABCD values. Tell me what you will get. What are the roots? What are the roots?
Plus and minus root 2.
Plus or minus?
Root 2. It's
Root
a
2.
minus root 2.
No, no. For this equation, no. Check in calculator, I said. It is 1 and plus or minus 2y.
Plus or
Okay.
minus 2
I don't know how you'll find
Yes,
in
ma'am.
calculator. I'll tell you mathematically here. See, you should have in your mind that, okay, like keep it. These are the roots. This is what the answer you should get. Okay. Yeah. So 1 is the root. So let me use it. So 1 into 1 is 1. This becomes 0. Write it 0. 4 minus 0. 4 plus 0 is 4. Multiply, write it here. Obviously, minus 4 plus 4 is 0 now. So what is the equation? M square plus 4 is 0, no? See?
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, yeah. So M square is equal to minus 4. Under the root minus 4 means plus or minus 2i. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me now, CF. Don't delay. How to write for this one? What is the what is the real
C1
part of
e raised
this?
to x.
What is the real part of this? 0, no?
Yes, ma'am.
So it is e raised to real part is 0x, then C2 C2. This is imagine complex. C3
Plus 3 sine
2x, right? Yeah, for real root, we have written in the form exponential. For the imaginary or complex roots, we have written in the trigonometric function format. Let us find the particular integral. I'll just extend this question. I'll just take it as, just take it plus 3 extra. In the question, you just modify it plus 3. Yeah, pi, how you to get it? D cube minus d square plus 4d minus 4 operating on RHS function, isn't it? Now RHS, if you see, this is sine hyperbolic 2x plus 3. How to take it? Or what is sine hyperbolic 2x plus 3? Tell me what is sine hyperbolic x? In one of the class I have told, no? Sine and cos.
minus cos
No. Sine hyperbolic in term. E raised to x.
minus e raised to minus x upon 2.
Very good. So if you compare this with here, instead of x, what you have?
2x
Only 2x. You have it as 2x plus 3, no? So this x, no, whatever 2x is there, write it as 2x plus 3. Am I right with this? Just check. This is sine hyperbolic 2x plus 3 plus. Now how to write 3 in terms of taking the help of exponential? How can I write 3? How can I write 3? Because I cannot leave a constant. This should be treated as in the form e raised to. What is the value I have to use so that it balances as 3? Yes,
3 into e raised to 0.
very good. E raised to 0x you write. Because we want in the form e raised to ax, no? What is e raised to 0x?
1.
1.
1.
So 1 I'm writing it as exponential. Good. Yeah, simplify. Now how many terms are there in this bracket? How many terms you can count? 1, 2,
terms.
3. 3 terms are there actually. Altogether 3 terms because here what is the coefficient of x is 2. Here the coefficient of x is minus 2. Coefficient of x is 0. Are they not all different? Hmm?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so we have to just write it as 3 different terms. So how to take it? Just see for the first 2 terms, no, I'll take 1 by 2 common. I'll write like this. 1 by 2, then I'll write it as d cube minus d square plus 4d minus 4. What I have to write here? E raised to 2x plus 3. Am I right? First term. For the second term, I have to write plus or minus?
Minus.
Minus.
Yes, because this is minus. Okay, minus. Then 1 upon d cube minus d square plus 4d minus 4. What I have to write here? Which is the second function?
E raised to minus 2x.
Minus 2x.
Very
Minus
good.
3.
Now complete the bracket because this half is only for these terms. Okay. Now what is my third term? This is plus. In this 3 into e raised to 0x is there. No, I'll write 3 out. Constant. Then d cube minus d square plus 4d minus 4. What I have to write the function here for the third one? E raised to 0x. Correct? Is the part clear how we splitted it into 3 terms?
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Now just see. Coefficient of x is what?
2.
2.
2.
Is 2 a root? 2 is the root? No, no. Plus
No,
or
ma'am.
minus 2i is different and 2 is different. So 2 is not a root. 100% it will not become 0. You can check. So for the first term, replace d by 2. Means we'll get it as 2 cube minus 2 square plus 4 into 2 minus 4. Clear? Similarly, what is the coefficient of x here?
2 minus
Minus 2.
Minus 2, is it a root? Check root of the auxiliary. No. So 100%
ma'am.
again it will not become 0. You can even verify it. Not to worry. Okay. So replace all the d's by minus 2. Yeah. E raised to minus of 2x plus 3 plus 3 into. Now here, what is the coefficient of x?
0.
0. So surely it will not become 0. 0 is also not a root. Right? What will get? This is 0, this is 0, this is 0. What remains is only minus
Minus
4.
4.
Minus 4. Okay. Now simplify. I'll complete the bracket here. Okay. What is the value of this term? Check. 8 plus 8. 8? Okay. E raised to 2x plus 3 minus 1 upon. What is the value of this term? Be clearer. Minus 2 is there. What is the value?
Minus 24.
Minus 24. Otherwise, you can write here as plus 24. No problem. E raised to minus of 2x plus 3. What is here? Is it at only minus 3 by 4? Shall I write e raised to 0x? It has no value. It is 1 only. Correct? I'll not write it. Why I have written? So that I could apply the procedure. Once it is done, come back to a simple format. Is the part clear? Is it clear how to
Yes,
find
ma'am.
Pi? Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Last
ma'am.
step of substitution is your work. You have to write it. Okay. Yes. Let me take another example. D cube minus 2d square minus 5d plus 6 into y is equal to e raised to 3x plus 3 the whole square. Plus write it as 2 raised to x. One more thing, we'll take it. 2 raised to x. Will you just find out and tell me CF? I'll give you 2 minutes. So for this equation, if you write auxiliary equation, the roots are 1, minus 2, 3. All are real and distinct. So CF is given like this. You have to do it by synthetic division and show, huh? Else marks will be deducted. Okay, let us find Pi. 1 upon d cube minus 2d square minus 5d plus 6 operating on. Now just see how is this. Can I take this directly and apply the procedure, or we have to do some simplification? Think of this first term. How can we do it?
Simplification.
Yeah, what is that? What simplification we can apply? Think about it. Think about it.
A square plus B square.
Huh. What you are telling me? You are telling me the expanded form. You are telling me what to use. Tell me correct. We have to use,
A plus 2.
yeah, a plus b the whole square. Let us write the expansion. Yeah, expand it. A plus b the whole square. A square. When you square e raised to 3x the whole square means what will you get?
Raised to 6x.
Very good. Yeah, 3 2s are 6x. A square plus b square plus 3 2s are 6.
6 e raised to 3.
A square plus b square plus 2ab, right? 6 into e raised to 3x. Now this is okay. What about this term 2 raised to x? How can I write in terms of exponential? Any idea? Think about it. Think about it. Okay. See, if it was only 2, how would I have written? 2 into e raised to 0x. Okay. But it is 2 raised to x. I cannot say it is 2. Right? 2 raised to x and 2 are different. This is a function of x. Can you think? How can I write in terms of exponential? Think little bit. You will get your answer. How can I write a number in terms of exponential such that resulting thing is that number only? E raised to. Tell me fast. E raised to. What I should write so that I should get back my 2.
E raised to 0x into 2.
Raised
How
to
e
x.
raised to
Log
0x?
2. E raised to log 2.
Very
Log
good.
2.
Very good. Very good. So you can write it as e raised to log of any number or any function is that function itself. This property is known. Am I right? So that here this 2 can be written in this format if you have 2 raised to x. Okay. Now raise the power both the sides by x. Tell me what you'll get. E raised to log 2 whole raised to x means, isn't it log 2x? See like this, a raised to m raised to n. How you write? A raised to mn, no? So I'm just multiplying. Log 2 into x is log 2x. Is it not in the form now e raised to ax? Am I right? So how to write 2 raised to x? e raised to log 2 into x. Clear? If you have only 2, we have other option. If you have 2 raised to x, this is what has to be applied. Even they may give 2 raised to minus x. So you can just take that time. If suppose 2 raised to minus x is there, how to write it? E raised to minus log 2x. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. Now how many terms? Just see how many terms are there. There are 4 terms. So you should write this pi split it into 4 terms. Yeah, d cube minus 2d square minus 5d plus 6 operating 1. First function is e raised to 6x. Second one is 9. How to write for 9? How to write for
9
9?
into e raised to 0x.
E
Yes.
raised to 0x.
Yeah, take it as e raised to 0x. Okay, now in 6 and e raised to 3x, you can take 6 out. Then e raised to 3x. How to write for this last? Same. E raised 1 upon f of d into e raised to log 2 into x. Yeah. Now apply the procedure. For the first term, d should be replaced by what?
6.
6. Is it going to become 0? Surely no. Check C6 is the root of auxiliary equation.
No, ma'am.
No, so it will not become 0. You confirm it. So it is 6 cube minus 2 into 6 square minus 5 into 6 plus 6. E raised to 6x. Done. Similarly, now for the second term, see the coefficient of x here? 0. Is 0 a root? No means surely again it will not become 0. Not become means replace. Correct? D should be replaced by 0 now. So 9 into. This is 0, this is 0, this is 0. Only what remains is 6. What is the coefficient of x here? Third term.
3.
3. Is 3 a root? Is 3 a root? Check. Yes. How many
Yes,
times?
ma'am.
Yes,
How many
ma'am.
times?
3.
1 time.
Only one time means it. You have to go for a differentiation. Just check. Is it 0? 100% it is 0. I can take. Are you getting 0? Yes or no? Replace d by 3 and just check.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it is 0. So what has to be done? Multiply numerator by x and differentiate the denominator. D cube derivative 3d square minus 4d minus 5. Now, what is the coefficient of x here? Coefficient of x is what? Huh? What do you see before x?
Log 2.
Log 2. Surely log 2 never it comes as a root. Okay, so replace all the d's by log 2. Just see how we'll do it. It is log 2 the whole cube minus 2 into log 2 the whole square minus 5 into log 2 plus 6. Correct? Into. How can e raised to log 2x can be written as simple form? Isn't it 2 raised to x only? They are one and the same. Why we have written in exponential format? So that we could apply the procedure. After applying, you can come back to a simple format. No problem. Okay. Yes. Tell me what is the value of this? Value of
60.
this 60. Sure. I think so 120. Just check.
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
120.
120 it is. E raised to 6x. 9 by 3 means, sorry, 9 by 6 means 3 by 2, no? E raised to 0x is 1. I will not write it because why I applied written so that I could apply the procedure. Yeah, what is the value here? Now here, this case, You have to replace now. Surely 3 is once root only one time. So once only you have to go for differentiation. Now it will not become 0. Means we have to replace, right? D has to be replaced by coefficient of x, which is 3. Yeah, do the thing, calculation. 3 into 3 square minus 3 into 3 square means it is 27 minus 4 3s are 12 minus 5. I think so it is 10. Am I right? 27 minus 17.
Yes, ma'am.
10.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Now can you simplify? Can log 2 whole raised to 3. Can it be written in a simple format?
3 into log 2.
That is wrong. You cannot write it as 3 log 2 because you have the property like log of u raised to p, not whole raised to p. Log of u raised to p is p log u. You don't have any property for this. So write it as it is. And don't take trouble in calculating in the calculator and writing the value. Keep it same. Getting it? Okay. Minus 5 log 2 plus 6 into 2 raised to x. This is my pi. At the most, you can write it as here 3s and 5s. Yes, done. This is your pi. What is last step? Yeah, this is a compulsory step where you have to do the substitution. Is the part clear? See what we applied here. If there is a constant, exponential help has to be taken as e raised to 0x. If you have like a constant raised to some x format, it has to be taken as e raised to log function help. Okay, I'll give you some homework sums. Write down. D square y by dx square minus 4y is equal to cos hyperbolic 2x minus 1 plus 3 raised to x. One more you take d cube plus 1 into y equal to 3 plus 5 into e raised to x. Yeah. D square plus 4 the, sorry, d square minus 4 the whole square. Sorry, not the whole square into y is equal to 1 plus e raised to x the whole square. Okay. D cube y by dx cube plus 6 d square y by dx square plus 11 dy by dx plus 6y equal to e raised to 2x. Okay, take these all for homework. Try solving them. The concept is already taught, right? We have got similar functions where we have solved it. Okay, I'll take one last example on this. Solve the initial value problem, write it as IVP. T square y plus 4 dy plus 5y plus 2 cos hyperbolic x is equal to 0. Y equal to 0. Dy by dx is equal to 1 at x equal to 0. See about this IVP, will not go into detail, just see. This is what, which type of equation is this?
Homogeneous.
Homogeneous.
Okay, yeah, it's looking like homogeneous. Actually, it is non-homogeneous. Let it be. It's altogether which type of equation? Any algebraic equation, any integral equation? What? Which type of equation is this? What you attach the word before equation for such type of problem? Which is the topic name?
Differential equation.
Okay, differential equation. So this is what is a differential equation. Whenever it is given only differential equation, we know how to solve it. What are these? Can you tell me what are these? These are some conditions, no? What is the meaning? Y equal to 0, dy by dx is 1 at x equal to 0. Okay, this is called as some condition. So suppose if a differential equation is given along with some initial condition, that is called as initial value problem. Understood? Only this much is enough for you. Okay. Now let us solve it. Someone was saying homogeneous, right? Let us just see. Yeah, in the three terms till here, what is common?
Y.
Y is common. So what will get? D square plus 4D plus 5. Why I have to take cos that side? Can you tell me? It's a function of x, isn't it? So our differential equation is kept as such that f of d into y equal to phi of x. Am I right? No doubt. If I send it, it is negative. But now, is it not in the form f of d into y equal to phi of x? Yes or no? Tell me now. This is what? Homogeneous, non-homogeneous?
Non-homogeneous.
Non-homogeneous.
Non-homogeneous
Okay.
differential
Let us solve it. Yeah, you know how to take. Yeah, first part you just solve it. Auxiliary equation. Tell me the roots. You can take calculator's help and tell me. No worries. But tell me fast. What are the roots? What are the roots?
minus 2 plus I minus 2 minus I.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it right? CF is correct. Now let us find PI. Tell me cos hyperbolic x.
E raised to 2 minus e raised to minus x divided by 2.
Okay, so we are getting 2 will be cancelled. Now this minus is all together. I'll keep it out. I'll split it as 2 terms. Okay. Yeah, in between there is a plus now. What the procedure says? Replace d by what?
1.
Replace d by what?
Coefficient of
1.
x.
It will not become 0. And here replace d by
Minus 1.
Minus 1.
minus 1. Let us replace. So 1 plus 4 plus 5. Minus 1, sorry, plus 1 minus 4 plus 5. Correct, no? Tell me what you will get simplified part.
1 by 10 e raised to x.
Minus 1 by 10 e raised to x.
Plus 1 by 8 e raised to minus x.
8.
Ah.
5 plus 1 is 6 minus 4. I think 2.
2, ma'am.
Is it 2? 1 by 2 e raised to minus 6. This is positive. So this minus I am taking inside. Now what do you write? GS, no? Substitute. GS is y equal to. What we have got the CF? C1 cos x plus C2 sin x minus 1 by 2, 1 by 10 e raised to x minus e raised to minus x by 2. Correct? If they have not given the condition, this is the end of the problem. But they have given conditions, no? I'll call it as equation 1. What is the use of conditions? What conditions will help us in
Accurate
finding?
answer. Particular
This
answer.
is the answer, right? Particular means to get the answer, particular answer for C1, C2. Yeah. What is the first, what they have given? Given
Y
At
equal
x
to
equal to 0, at x equal to 0, y is 0. Y is a function of x. Y depends on x. Okay. Don't write reverse. That is different meaning. Where all you have y, take it as 0 as well as x as 0 in this expression 1. So this is
y
0.
by dx.
No, that will use little later on. Let us use one condition, one by one. I don't have a dy by dx in this, no? See, it is y equal to 0 and dy by dx is 1 when x is 0. Got it? Two conditions are there. Now e raised to 0 means
1.
1. Cos 0,
1.
sin 0,
0.
e raised to 0,
1.
e raised to minus 0,
1.
1. Okay. Now you can clearly see in this bracket what is remaining is C1, correct? So I'll keep this C1, I'll transfer these two terms that side. So what is the value of C1?
3
Plus
by
1 by 10 plus 1 by 2. Am I right? What is the LCM? 10. 5 plus 1, 6. Correct?
3 by
Very good.
by 5.
C1 is 3 by 5. Sometimes you will get the value directly or sometimes you will get equation in C1, C2. What is the second condition given? Dy by dx. But you don't have any equation where dy by dx is there, no? So what has to be done? Tell me.
Differentiate
Which one?
equation 1.
Equation 1.
Very good. Differentiate equation 1 with respect to x. So y becomes dy by dx. What has to be applied here for this first term?
product rule.
Product rule. So we'll keep outside function as it is. What is the derivative of C1 cos x?
Minus C1
Minus C1.
sin x
Plus C2 sin x derivative
cos x.
cos x. Product rule, no? So I have to keep now bracket as it is. What is the derivative of e raised to minus 2x? Minus 2 e raised to minus 2x. Am I right with this? Is the differentiation
ma'am.
completed?
Mm,
No. We have two
No,
more
ma'am.
terms. No, e raised to x derivative is e raised to x. What is the derivative of e raised to minus x?
E raised to minus
x into
Minus you will
1.
get, no? So this in between minus, I'll write it as plus. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now don't simplify taking common and all. You put the condition directly. What is the condition given? Dy by dx is equal to 1 when x is 0. Correct? Now let me call it as equation 2. Therefore, equation 2 becomes dy by dx. I have to take it as 1. Here where all x is there, take it as 0. E raised to 0,
1.
sin 0,
0.
cos 0,
1.
C1 into again cos 0, 1,
1.
sin 0, 0.
0.
This is minus 2 as it is. E raised to 0 is
1.
1. Then minus e raised to 0, 1. E raised to minus 0 is also 1. Carefully you simplify. Okay. So this is 1 equal to. What remains in this bracket? This is 0. Only C2 remains. Here what remains? C1 remains, no? C1 into minus 2. Minus 2 C1 remains. Have you got the C1 value is obtained, no? Shall I substitute?
3 by 5.
See, this is minus 2 C1. I am writing C1 value as 3 by 5. Next, minus 1 by 10 plus half. Or else, what is the value of C2? You can just simplify it. Transfer the terms. 1 plus 2 3s are 6 by 5 plus 1 by 10 minus 1 by 2. All of you take this value in calculator. Let me just check. Without taking LCM, no, you can directly take. 0?
C2 is 0.
0.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
After getting this, no, last one step is there. Substitute in 1. Hope you can complete that part. Therefore, y equal to e raised to minus 2x. C1 is 3 by 5 cos 2x plus 0 minus e raised to x by 10 minus e raised to minus x by 2, I guess. This is the answer. In this equation 1, no, I am substituting C1 as 3 by 5, C2 as 0, and we are getting the answer. I think it is not 2. That's all.